Yo, we are back here with another video, and if you do not know and you did miss it, the Dallas Mavs were able to clinch a win against the Denver Nuggets. It was a great thing to see. We played a complete game of defense. Yeah, a complete game of defense. I know. Who would have thought the Jason Kidd led Mavericks a complete game of defense? Now I know a lot of us were disappointed with Maxi Kleber and his showing because some of them shots, boy, I'm talking about was to the Raptors. I don't know who he was shooting that ball to. It was a pass. It was a pass shot. That's all I can say about that. But it was a tough situation to watch. Maxi Kleber did what he could, but he gave us defense. Not to mention he did throw the ball to Kyrie Irving on the 20-foot hook shot floater, whatever they want to call it. But it was a madman thing. Kyrie the Madman Irving does what he does. He went Uncle Drew. Yeah, I said it. He went Uncle Drew. Don't forget that this movie has been out and Kyrie Irving played Uncle Drew. Uncle Drew is Kyrie Irving. They're one and the same. So you cannot watch that movie and not think that he's capable of doing these things again over and over. He's a clutch basket getter. Not to mention the Dallas Mavs, clutch. I mean, crunch time clutch. When the clutch really matters, the Dallas Mavericks are it. It's a lot of stats. But let's get into it, man. Let's run it. We got Kyrie Irving, and the people are giving Kyrie Irving his flowers. It was a lot of flack on Kyrie due to things that they wanted him to do in Brooklyn and things that he didn't do in Brooklyn. But that's neither here nor there. He's in Dallas now. Kyrie the Madman Irving has struck again. That shot, that boy had the Thanos glove. I'm talking about snap, but none of the stones broke. This boy has power. Not to mention Kyrie didn't even eat all day. That boy was serving Irving up. Irving. I don't even know if that's even a dish. You can't even make that a dish, but we gonna make it one a day. Kyrie Irving was serving up Kyrie Irvings. Just you get a Kyrie, you get a Kyrie, everybody gets a Kyrie. But Dallas Mavs, that's enough of me talking. What is the media saying? What is the media saying? They're giving that boy Kyrie Irving his flowers. It's about time. I know it's a lot of people who wanted Kyrie Irving traded. Why? Why would you trade Kyrie Irving? For Jimmy Buckets? Hell no. I think not. But let's get into the interview. We got a lot of people talking Dallas Mavs. Matter of fact, let's hop into the Stephen A first. Because you know Stephen A been watching us. He been peeking around the corner.
Guys, how about Kyrie Irving? He called game last night. Kai scored 24 points, 9 assists, with his two most important points at the buzzer to hand the Nuggets the loss. Luka Doncic had 37 and 10, but after the game gave all the praise to Kyrie, saying that guy is special. Dame Lillard agrees and decided to pay some respect to Kyrie in a post saying Kyrie is the most skilled ever. Shannon, what's your opinion on this? Do you feel like Kyrie is one of the most skilled players you've ever seen?
Yeah. When you look at his ability.
Before Shannon Sharp goes in, MFFLs, are y'all glad we got Kyrie? Is the Jalen Brunson Kyrie doubts put to rest? Because it was capping when he scored that 45 points and we lost to OKC. But I need to know y'all thoughts. Are y'all happy we got Kyrie Irving now? Do y'all still want to trade him for Jimmy Buckets? We're like no buckets at this point. The only buckets we want are Uncle Drew and Luka Doncic. That's it. Ain't nobody else scoring anyway. PJ Washington ain't hitting nothing but air. Maxey, air. THJ, air. DJJ. I like DJJ.
Skilled players you've ever seen.
Yeah. When you look at his ability, he's a 50-40-90 guy. Can shoot 50% from the floor, 40% from the three, 90% from the free throw line. You look at his handles. We've had some guys that can handle the ball, from Rod Strickland to Isaiah Thomas to Jason Williams. Nobody can have pat the rock like he can. And when you look at his ability to finish at the rim
Uncle
with
Drew.
either hand, the way he can kiss the ball off the glass, he can spin it like this, or he can
With
spin it like
touch.
that, the up and under, the fancy. What people don't realize is that Kyrie Irving, the only thing he does right-handed is shoot a basketball. He's left-handed. But the mere fact that he shot this shot like this, and he's going through Ramadan, which he...
Hold on, Shannon. Wait. You throwing shade right now? You gonna throw some shade right now? Shannon, sit down, my boy, with this pink, this hot pink tux on, boy. You ain't going nowhere. But to the Los Angeles Lakers funeral.
I can put it to you like this. We've all been in situations where we've been thirsty or we've been hungry. And we know how irritable we get. We know how frustrated and how we lose focus. Now imagine trying to go play an NBA basketball game against the greatest of the greats. And you have to maintain your focus and you have to go out and do what we're asking you to do on a normal day. Kudos to Kyrie Irving. But I've never seen anything like Kyrie. A guy that can create...
That boy didn't eat. That boy's hungry. Hungry for buckets. Hungry for buckets, man. Come on, man. Let's tap in.
Shot at any angle that can shoot the mid-range, can shoot the three, great at the free throw line, and finishing at the rim. Tell me somebody that's ever been better than Kyrie Irving finishing at the rim, right or left.
That boy Shannon giving flowers now. We're going to have to bring him out. Bring him out. What was that boy saying a week ago? Y'all already know we got the video. We already posted it. That boy was talking hot stuff about the Lakers. Talking about we didn't have that gas, but we got what it takes.
I have nothing to add to that. Kyrie Irving is a magician on the basketball court on the offensive side of the floor. What can he not
A magician. Magical out here. Luka Magic with the magician Kyrie. Hold up. That sound good.
do? And you just look at him. I mean, when I think about people, they constantly have brought up Allen Iverson, the answer. I covered him for the first 10 years of his career. We know how mercurial he was, a miniature dynamo going into the land of giants and handling his business like the warrior he is. He'd even concede. He didn't have this kind of skill set. He couldn't shoot the ball from the perimeter like Kyrie Irving. He damn sure couldn't handle the ball like Kyrie Irving. And my Allen Iverson was a
Like Kyrie.
basketball, a ball handler, okay? Kyrie Irving is nothing short
Shout out AI.
of spectacular. It's beautiful to see us talking about his greatness on the basketball court rather than other stuff. By the way, we've been marveling so much at Luka, who spent some parts of this season averaging a 35-point triple-double. Kyrie Irving, ladies and gentlemen, is averaging 25.4 points per game on 49% shooting from the field, 41.5%.
49% from the shooting. Y'all heard it right here from the horse's mouth. Stephen A out here pocket watching.
Shooting from three-point range.
We'll allow it.
90% from the free throw line. This is who he is. This is what he brings to the table. And when you look at him,
Stray
I
dog.
can't help but fantasize about him in the postseason, him healthy, Luka healthy, with the Mavericks now having a bit of size at their disposal, all right, with Gaffney acquiring him.
The big bad bully. The Dallas Mavericks are the big bad bully, man. Tap in so y'all can be back and hit the like, subscribe. Man, constant content, man. We out here.
Before the trading deadline or what have you. You're looking at that, Shannon. Yesterday against Denver, they out-rebounded Denver 60-37. They had 22 off.
The landlord was collecting rent all night while he was in the game. Then it was D-Live. Yeah. And then the others. The others were grabbing boards. THJ playing good defense. But they gonna hate on THJ in one of these videos. Warning.
Offensive rebounds. Maybe that's an aberration because we certainly don't expect to see that happen against the Denver Nuggets. But I got news for you. If Dallas can do that in terms of rebounding and making sure they can play big in terms of offsetting teams having a rebounding advantage against them, look out. Look out. Because offensively, you know what these brothers can do.
Stephen A., this is why Golden State went out and recruited Kevin Durant. Because that Kyrie Irving, we had started to see that Kyrie Irving in Cleveland. And you...
What? You mean to tell me?
Him with a 7, 8 year younger
Came up, my boy.
than what he is right now. They weren't gonna see them no more. Because remember the first championship, Kyrie got hurt in that first overtime of game one. Kevin Love did not even play.
That's right. That's right. You're absolutely right. And we've got to remember, it ain't just about starting to see him. Kyrie closed the deal by hitting the 3 over Steph to win the championship. So that when they went out and
Big time players make big time plays. Drop big time play Kyrie in the chat. In the comments. Drop them now. I need a Dallas Mavs fan, a MFFL fan who gonna ride with Kyrie and Luka. Drop Luka, Kyrie in the chat right now.
got Kevin Durant because they knew you got Kyrie with Kevin Love, with LeBron in Cleveland, and you don't go out and get Kevin Durant like Isaiah Thomas told Draymond.
Explosive.
That dynasty, it would have had a different narrative. Y'all wouldn't have won those next 2 titles.
Essay, let me ask you this. Who's the scarier duo right now? Is it Luka and Kyrie or Jokic and Murray?
I'm going to go with Kyrie and Luka this.
Who y'all got? Luka, Kyrie? Any duo. Matter of fact, give me the prime matchup. The top 2 duos in both conferences. I got Kyrie and Luka versus anyone. Anyone. Shots fired.
Scariest. I didn't say better. I know Jokic and Murray are better, but Kyrie and Luka,
we giving them boys Thriller Nights. Shout out Mike. Them boys just gonna be singing Thriller Nights. We coming through. Tap in.
consider what they're capable of doing, Shannon. How the explosion that it's evident, it's imminent from game to game. There should be nothing that's more scarier than that. Because
Y'all heard it right there. Stephen A. tapping in with your boys, the Dallas Mavs. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think what he's saying is accurate? Are y'all feeling the tape? Next, we got to hop into this other video. Y'all know he's been a well-needed voice for the Mavs community, bringing a lot of fire to the feet of Jason Kidd. Yeah, those lineups are looking crispy. I mean, with the exception, we see Maxey, but it's a lot of positives that we are not able to recognize in game that Maxey is doing, even though he's not giving what we want him, or what we want from him offensively. He knows where to be. He knows where to stand. He knows when to move out the way. Can I get a move over? My boy knows how to move over. But let's get
one of those unique moments in the NBA.
All right, so we got the All NBA podcast. We got and others on here. Let's tap in. Let's see what they're talking about. You know, he's been a great advocate for the Dallas Mavericks and what we got going on here. And it's great to hear a mainstream media voice talk about the Dallas Mavericks and what he thinks is going to encourage us, or at least be that word that we need from up high to keep us encouraged and keep us fighting and pushing. And see what he got to say. Giving Kyrie his flowers, Luka his flowers, the Mavs his flowers, maybe even Jason Kidd his flowers. Everybody deserved it. Jason Kidd did a great job of having them boys coached up. Did I say coached up? Whoever would have thought we would be mentioning coached up and Jason Kidd in the same language, especially in the last few weeks. But MFFLs, like I say, maybe it wasn't all Jason Kidd. Maybe it was the owners. Remember, we're in the casino business. So which means the house always wins. Is the money funny? Is the house winning? I bet it is. What those FanDuel bets looking like? Let's tap in.
In the NBA, and that's why you watch these games, right? Because you never know what you're going to see for the first time. And Kyrie Irving gets the ball with about 2.8 seconds left, gets the switch on Jokic, takes it to the center of the court, basically about the nail, and throws in a left-hand hook shot. It kind of
20 plus foot. I've been hearing 21.
was like in between a hook and a regular shot. I don't, like, listen, man, like, if you've never played basketball, then you probably don't understand how difficult that shot was with your non-dominant hand. Tim, I'm going to say that was probably the most impressive game-winning shot I've ever seen.
Listen, and some people might, you know how people do. They take every statement apart, but I agree. I don't think that's an overstatement, man, because of the degree of difficulty. What was at stake? I think it's a statement win for the Mavericks. If they lose that game in overtime,
let's go. A statement. We making statements. Yeah. We talking about commitment.
I don't care that they played them tough and they took it to the wire. It doesn't matter. You got to walk away from that with a win to feel the same way. Otherwise, it's still a gut punch and you're demoralized by that. So that was an important game for them. And I thought Denver brought it. Denver came to play. There was a lot of emotion on the part of Mike Malone. You could tell, like, he looked at this as a big game. Denver had all their guys. Dallas had all their guys. We didn't know if Luka was going to play. You know, he was game time decision. He obviously played.
Y'all already know Luka going to come out. That was a great time. All his fans back home could watch. Luka was locked in. And Kyrie, the magical magician, along with Luka Magic himself. Them boys a duo act. They going to be in Las Vegas. What's it say? Circus Olay. Them boys out there doing magic tricks.
Played incredibly well. And then you get this finish. And Dallas had the game in hand. Denver makes their run. And we've seen over the last few years, Denver makes that run that they made in the fourth quarter to erase that double-digit deficit late. They win those games, Saul. That's what they do because nobody executes better than the Denver Nuggets. When you have to have a good quality possession, really on both ends, nobody's better than the Denver Nuggets. So for Dallas to walk away with that by getting that on that last play, and they ran some action. It was either Luka or Kyrie. Like, you had an option to read either one. It wasn't definitely going into Kyrie. Luka was sort of covered two different times. So they go to Kyrie off that curl. And so I'll go full disclosure. Because I was tied up doing family stuff during the day, I DVR'd the games yesterday that I needed to watch last night. So I watched them.
As a true fan, DVRing them things. You can't catch us live. We appreciate the DVR so you can go back and give constructive criticism. You're not talking as if you're looking only at the box score. Some people think we only looking at the box score. We're not looking at the box score. We're looking at things that you're not even paying attention to. The intricate little details. So give us a little bit more credit. We can't get up here in front of a camera and talk this without knowing something. We know something.
Last night, so I watched it last night. But unfortunately, I already got a sneak message came in from my buddy about Kyrie. Right? I'm like, oh God. So I was expecting, as I'm watching this game play back, Saul, it's 2.8. They're taking. I know he's gonna make a shot. I just don't know what it is. Okay, I had no idea. And when he rose up and the ball switched over to his left hand, I mean, literally in the moment I'm thinking well, this can't go in. So he shot it, and I think you had a good summation of it. I'll take it one step further of the description of what it was. It was a combination.
Hey, drop it in the comments. What was your thoughts when he put that up? I was like, that's coming off. That's good. I saw the touch and the flick and the distance and just how softly or how smoothly it was going towards the basket.
Of a runner, a jump hook, and a jump shot. It was like all three wrapped into one, and he actually also, his left hand, he kind of put a little...
That boy done out here created a whole type of shot.
A little bit of English on the outside of the ball.
Yes.
And the reason that's important, when you're going to your left like he was, and then you're going to shoot the ball with your left hand, and you got a hand extended out in front of you coming from the right side of your body, well, it's very difficult to not shoot that ball to the left side of the rim because all of your momentum is going that way, and you got one hand on the basketball. So the fact that he actually kind of wrapped it back around.
Kyrie with the impossible shot. Yeah. Impossible shot, Kyrie.
And put that little bit of English on it, and it goes through soft. And it was like he knew the whole time, like that this is the shot that I'm going for right now. Absolutely amazing. I love Luka's reaction. His state of disbelief. He basically collapsed. He had gone under the basket at that point, running in for the offensive rebound. He collapsed to the ground, like right in front of the first row of fans. Of course, Kyrie got swarmed. It looked a lot like a team had just clinched their spot in the Final Four. Right? That was the reaction that you got from their bench. Just an absolutely incredible play. It reminds us, again, Kyrie reminded us, this is one of the most special offensive talent of his generation. There's just no denying it. There's a lot of stuff that comes with Kyrie. We talk about a lot of stuff with Kyrie that doesn't involve basketball sometimes. But you.
All right, man. So there you hear it. Definitely need to advocate for the Dallas Mavericks and a lot of what the fans are feeling. He definitely allows us to have a outlet, or at least a voice of something opposite of the mainstream media. And the last part in this video, man, they're going to be talking about the 6, 7, 8, and they just going to be dropping some tea. And I don't know about y'all, but I can use a glass.
Teams and how they've been playing, to me, I think the Mavs probably have the best opportunity to move to advance and get to that 6th spot.
Y'all heard that? The 6th spot. Yeah.
I'm not as big a believer in the Kings, and the Suns are so inconsistent right now. I don't know. Listen,
why not?
The Suns could easily finish in 6, and they got 4 games here upcoming that they should win. You would think that they should win. Listen, you got the Hawks without Trae Young. You got the Sixers without Joel Embiid, and then you got back-to-backs against the Spurs, who, by the way, took the first 2 from you in a back-to-back earlier this season at home. So you kind of owe a little bit of payback, and you better not take them lightly because they already beat you twice. So I think they have an opportunity to reel off 4 in a row, and if they do that, maybe that can kind of reinforce the vibes and get back on the same page and stuff like that. And we've seen other teams recover before, but right now, if you held a gun to my head and said you have to pick one of these teams, I'm probably going with Dallas because they seem like they're the closest to the consistency and the highest level of play that can compete with the best in the West than either of the other 2 right now in terms of connectivity.
Well, listen, you're 100% right. If you want to, you got these 3 teams, and if you're trying to figure out a tiebreaker in your mind, there's 2 that stand out to me. One, I'm just going to read you. This is what Dallas has coming up for schedule. I don't know where this ranks in the league. This has to be one of the easiest schedules remaining of the way, without question. They play 1 contending team the rest of the season.
That's enough, man. That's enough of that, man. Y'all can tap in. Like I say, that is the All NBA podcast, and they definitely do a great job of keeping the Dallas Mavs fan tapped in, and definitely giving us an outlet for, you know what I'm saying, some of the things we're thinking about, just to confirm our biases. Other than that, man, appreciate y'all stopping through the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe, tap in so y'all can be back in.